Welcome back. We're going to talk about alloy wheels and cleaning them. So there are multiple ways to clean an alloy wheel. There are definitely do's and definitely don'ts. The first thing we want to talk about, and this is something we do see a fair bit of, is customers or members using the wash mitt that they use to wash the body of the vehicle to then wash the alloy wheels. Now, I traditionally don't have an issue with that to an extent. The caveat to that is if you're going to be washing the wash mitt afterwards. What I mean by that, now I'm talking about you just putting your hands through it and just giving it a quick wash. I'm talking about putting it into a washing machine and actually washing it correctly. The reason why we encourage everyone to actually use a separate medium, alloy brush or another rag or a t-shirt, a used t-shirt, whatever that you're about to throw out. Now, most alloys nowadays are made of metal in some sort. So when you're pressing the brakes, essentially it's metal on metal that's rubbing against each other, and then it creates small iron particles that then coats the actual alloys, what we call brake dust. Now, each brand have got different formulation in terms of how much iron and how much other composite materials that they have, but the fundamentals are the same. So we're going to show you how to wash your alloy wheels very, very quickly. So we take the gun here, again, no shampoos, literally just straight water, although the attachment's on it, don't panic. We're just gonna give it a really, really quick wash to try to remove as much as we can. Now, there's a whole bunch of different products out there that you can get. You know, you can get alloy wheel cleaners that when you spray it, it activates with the iron particles in it. You know, you can get ones that are sulfuric based to then help dissolve the iron. There are a whole bunch. Now, for most of us, we don't need to go into that sort of detail, because as soon as you start the car and use the brakes again for the first time, guess what? It's all gonna come back. So we've got a really, really simple, gentle formulation from an alloy cleaner's perspective that's safe for nearly every mag wheel out there. All I do is literally sort of spray it on. Now, there are multiple methods. Some people would say, you know, put in a bucket and then soak the medium into it. I go just straight across, because for me, it does the exact same thing. So I've cheated. I'm going to use an alloy brush because mine has got a few spokes in it and I really don't want to get my hands as dirty. That just goes straight in. And all we're doing is we're just agitating the top surface. As you can see here, this car hasn't been washed in a little while, as we can see from previous videos, and it is a rail car, and it is very, very dirty, and we can tell that this alloy hasn't been cleaned for a little while, because even on the first coat, I am taking a fair bit of this brake dust off. So you want to have a closer look, you can see all of this coming out. So we're going to fast forward the video, so you don't have to watch us clean every single spoke of this alloy wheel. So you fast forward the boring part of me washing the entire spoke. So one of the questions that we tend to get sometimes is, do we need an actual alloy cleaner? Why can't I use a snow foamer product or a car shampoo product in order to clean the alloys? The answer is a two-part question. It's a yes and a no question, right? It's all about convenience. When you're using a car shampoo is designed most of the time specifically for paint work. An alloy cleaner, on the other hand, will have some sort of acid agent into it or sulfuric agent, so they do smell a little bit usually, but that is designed to actually then break down the actual iron particles from the actual painted alloy wheel. So it just helps agitate the iron particles off quicker and sooner, and as you can see from one of our cuts in a little bit, how much quicker that the alloy dust comes off the actual alloy wheel. A good way to also have a look, if you look at my hands right now, you can see all the dust particles that is combined with the alloy cleaner and it's just flicked up. So now you can see we've already washed it, we've taken as much off as possible. All we need to do is just take back our hose. Again, if you've got a high pressure washer, that does make life a lot quicker and easier, but not always necessary. And if I have to have a bet, I'll dare say that this particular owner probably lives on a dirt road, because that's a fair bit of fine dust and dirt particles that just come off. And the other thing of using a separate medium like an alloy brush, you can see I'm not as careful in regards of where I put it down. While with a wash mitt, when I'm washing the actual panel of the vehicles, I am a lot more cautious about making sure that my wash mitt is not being put onto a contaminated surface, whether if it's a paintwork, the floor, or into a contaminated bucket. So do this as many times as you like. In regards to the alloy cleaner, sometimes you need to have 2 passes, but in most instances 1 pass would do the most of the work. Now for the customers that do decide after they wash the vehicle, you can use a product called tire shine or a glossing agent in order to actually give the sidewalls of your tires a nice shiny finish. If you do have a ceramic coated vehicle, silicone and ceramic do not play very well with each other, so stay away from that. You can get plenty of tire shine and tire glossing products from a reputable automotive store that are silicone free. They do cost a little bit more, but you know you're not going to have any issues with them in regards to your ceramic. Take care and see you in the next episode.